CBC Attorney General David Eby called ICBC a financial dumpster fire. The name stuck.
This is quite simply a financial dumpster fire.
With ICBC losing $1 billion in back-to-back years, the province says BC's insurance model is unacceptable and unsustainable. So here's what they're doing about it. If you're in a crash and you suffer a minor injury such as whiplash, there's now a hard $5,500 cap on how much compensation you can get for pain and suffering. And to understand the reason for the switch, all you have to do is look at the numbers. In 2012, the average claim for a minor injury in BC was just over $8,000. And by 2016, that number had jumped to over $30,000. BC, by the way, is the last province to make this kind of switch. ICBC says about a quarter of its annual costs go toward legal bills. That's why the province wants to steer cases away from courtrooms and direct them towards something called the Civil Resolution Tribunal. If you have a minor claims dispute, which is anything less than $50,000, you go to the CRT instead of a courtroom. The whole idea here is to get lawyers out of the process, and as you might expect, the legal community doesn't like that idea too much. They say all it's going to do is make it harder for you to get the compensation you deserve if you suffer a minor injury. But ICBC loves this idea because it allows them to cut way down on their legal bills. Another big legal cost that ICBC wants to cut down on is the use of experts in injury claim cases. Let's say you're involved in a crash and the injuries are pretty severe. You're looking for compensation, so your legal team hires experts to write reports that support your case. ICBC can hire experts too, and those reports that the experts write can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. If it's a fast track, which is anything under $100,000 that can be resolved under 3 days or less, you're allowed to hire one expert who can write one report. And for all other types of claims, you can hire up to 3 experts who can write a report each. ICBC says this will save a bundle, but trial lawyers say all this is going to do is make it harder for you to get the compensation you deserve. The province says these changes will save ICBC a fortune, but here's one thing they won't do: end the debate on public versus private auto insurance.
A single mom living in Vancouver, she pays around $2,200 to insure a Toyota Camry. That same vehicle for that same level of coverage, $1,400 in Calgary, just across the border.
There's absolutely no way that Alberta insurers could come into British Columbia and charge the same prices they do in Alberta with the product we have in British Columbia.
The public versus private debate has been going on in this province since ICBC was created way back in the mid-1970s, and that debate isn't going away anytime soon. Jesse Johnston, CBC News.